And we are live. Happy Saturday, y'all. Hope you are having a great weekend. And yeah, I hope for those of you in Nashville, I am jealous, but I hope you all had a blast. What a week it's been. Events officially over. We heard from Trump, we heard from Loomis, we heard from RFK Jr., as well as Saylor, and so many other great people there. And I thought I'd cover at least a couple of the articles for what did happen during it. But yeah, it's Saturday night. Sherpa's still here at the club making videos for you because that's how I enjoy my Saturdays. I just posted a funny little short video on my TikTok channel on like introverts at parties, basically. I am an introvert slash extrovert. Usually, if I had the choice, I prefer, I like just hanging out with me and my girl Baxter, and then but other times I like to be out and about, going happy. Yeah, you know how it is. But no, I'm here. So I enjoy spending my Saturday evenings. Tomorrow I'll be heading up to Miami to go see me mama's. Yeah, she's flying down with her friends. My uncle's down there, so it's gonna be a great weekend. But yeah, let's go over the news. Let's go over these articles so you know exactly what happened. Like, let me know whose proposal do you like better? Like I have in the comments. Do you like RFK Jr.'s proposal or Trump's? Let me know. I feel like those are going to be the top two crypto contenders this year. But yeah, let's go through these articles. And we're going to start off with RFK Jr.'s proposal. And this is coming from Crypto Potato and how he plans a massive Bitcoin buy to match the U.S. gold reserve. So yes. So United States presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has grand plans for Bitcoin's adoption in America, stating he would take things much further than Donald Trump. Kennedy proposes that the federal government should buy Bitcoin until its holding match the value of the nation's gold reserves. Currently, the U.S. gold reserves are currently around 8,133 tons, which is worth around $615 billion. So this amount of Bitcoin would equate to roughly 9.4 million Bitcoin, which is almost 45% of the total supply. That's a lot. Now, he's like, I would like to have the federal government begin to buy Bitcoin and to go over the term of my terms of office. Ultimately, have an equivalent amount of Bitcoin that would have gold because Bitcoin is an honest currency. And he is right. Bitcoin is freedom. It's honest. It's truth. You cannot lie with it. So yeah, I love what he said there. But his comments came in an interview this week with Custody Bank CEO Caitlin Long and YouTuber Scott Milker. RFK Jr. is big on Bitcoin. Like when he was there, he was also like, Bitcoin was a unique invention and it was intended to reproduce the intrinsic value of gold. He said before adding that it has the advantage over gold in that it is infinitely divisible, and so it is an ideal currency. He also said that he was happy that rival presidential candidate Donald Trump had pivoted to crypto. He was like, I couldn't be more happy that Trump has publicly committed to Bitcoin and it's a new issue for him and he's not been committed to in the past, he said. So that was his little say on that. But Kennedy called Bitcoin an honest currency, which is nice, based on proof of work and decentralization, adding that he plans to back government fiat currencies and debt with a basket of hard currencies, including gold, silver, and Bitcoin. He suggested a new class of treasury bills that could be anchored to that basket by 1% in its first year and 2% in the second year, and ultimately 100% over time. Now, if he wanted to save our democracy, we need to decentralize it, he said, before adding the Bitcoin, because it is honest and because there is nobody in charge of it. Americans who are buying Bitcoin understand that there's a real link to ending government corruption, to private rights, and also to personal freedoms, the self-sovereignty, to decentralization, and all things that we care about. Now, a lot of his personal net wealth is now in Bitcoin, he said, and I just love the beauty of it. And he said, and then the article continues on Trump's Bitcoin treasury, which we'll cover Trump's article next after this one. The crypto community rumor mill is awash with stories about what Donald Trump may say at Bitcoin conference, which is currently taking place in Nashville. Rumor has it Trump may announce a strategic Bitcoin treasury at the conference when he speaks, and rival president candidate Kamala Harris will not be attending, as reported, not fond of crypto, although she had to catch up and attracting voters out there. But yeah, I didn't bring up the Kamala Harris article out there. Like there's a bunch out there saying, oh yeah, we got to change the Democratic Party on views on Bitcoin. So I just didn't think that was big enough. But this article also didn't cover RFK's actual plan, because he said he wants to buy at least 550 Bitcoin a day until they hold at least 4 million of it. And so, yeah, so this article missed out on that, but that's what he did say when he was there. So, yeah, that was a pretty good one. But yeah, that's RFK Jr.'s proposal on that. Do you like it? Let me know. But let's go on. Let's hear what Trump had to say today. That was the biggest anticipated news article going on. So we're going to cover this one that came from crypto.news. And Trump's Bitcoin 2024 keynote includes plan for the U.S. Bitcoin Reserve. So, yep, speculation's over. He is for the Bitcoin Reserve. Let me zoom in so we can read this together. And one more time. There we go. So Donald Trump, the Republican presidential nominee, spoke at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, praising the crypto industry and announcing his plans for the National Bitcoin Reserve. And yeah, literally, once he was there, he took off and headed to Minnesota for another rally. That man is on the move. Way to go. But Trump goes all in on crypto. At the just concluded Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville today, July 27th, former President Donald Trump delivered a highly anticipated keynote address that highlighted his currently very positive stance on cryptocurrency. Trump used the occasion to underline his support for the crypto industry and advocate for deregulation. He managed to mention that several key pain points for the industry, including the current U.S. sector, SEC chair, SAB 121, CBDC stablecoins, and the current administration's approach to crypto. Like, he announced all of that, but as crypto supporters had very much hoped, the former president indeed announced a plan to create a strategic national Bitcoin stockpile in the United States if elected. Here's what he said. If it will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds and acquires it in the future, this will serve in effect as the core strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Now, he's referring to, I believe it's like the 210,000 Bitcoin we already have that we acquired from like Silk Road, Mt. Gox. We confiscated that one. So he plans, instead of selling it, we're going to hold on to it and we're going to add more. So I love when he said that. But the crypto capital of planet, that's what he also said about it. Yeah, he said the United States will be the crypto capital. So I love what he says. But yeah, early in his speech, Trump emphasized that his support for the crypto industry is motivated by the desire to advance the U.S. as the global leader in the sector, promising the Bitcoin 2024 audience that if elected, he would transform the U.S. into the crypto capital of the planet. And this is his words exactly. If we don't embrace crypto and Bitcoin technology, China will. Other countries will, and they'll dominate. We want China to be successful, but we have to be the most successful out of them. In a clear nod to the crypto industry's infrastructure and the frustration with the current leadership in the Washington, Trump also stated that on day one, he will fire Gary Gensler. That's right, he announced that. And appoint a new SEC chairman, drawing cheers and chanting from the audience. Gensler, the new current chair of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, appointed by President Biden, has pursued a much criticized regulation by enforcement policy toward the crypto industry. Now, the former U.S. president also stated that the Democratic Party presumptive presidential nominee, Kamala Harris, is against crypto. Earlier today, FT reported that members of Harris's team had reached out to the top U.S. crypto companies and representatives in an effort to reset relations. Now, Trump also referenced the much discussed and controversial banking rule, the SAB 121. I remember when I was covering that was like Biden vetoed that with a lot of banks to take custody. But yeah, this would require U.S. banks to treat cryptocurrency custody differently than other assets. Trump said he would immediately shut down Operation Choke Point 2.0, using the crypto industry term, for what is perceived to be anti-crypto regulatory policies in the U.S., including rules like SAB 121. Now, Trump's endorsement of cryptocurrency could significantly impact the political landscape, further cementing him as a key advocate for the crypto industry, in contrast to the Democratic leadership. Now, as reported by CNBC today, the Republican presidential nominee also hosted a fundraiser in Nashville where ticket prices reached up to $844,600. So I think that was their halfway point with that fundraiser. So very nice. Now, Trump's crypto flip from critic to advocate. How did that flip happen? Well, Donald Trump had notably shifted his stance on cryptocurrency in recent years. In 2019, while still serving as president, Trump criticized Bitcoin and other digital currencies, stating that he was not a fan of it and arguing that valuations of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are based in thin air. He also expressed concerns that unregulated crypto assets could enable illegal activities. But by 2021, Trump's criticism intensified, and he called Bitcoin a scam and advocated for the U.S. dollar to remain dominant global currency, and his administration also implemented stricter regulations on cryptocurrency. But however, Trump has since have fully reversed his position and actively seeking and clearly gained support from the crypto sector as he campaigns for the 2024 election. Now, as Trump reminded the audience at Bitcoin 2024 today, he is the first presidential candidate to receive donations in cryptocurrency, which is very true, and his campaign has been accepting cryptocurrency donations since May, raising over $4 million in crypto. And I remember when the Winklevoss twins sent him like $2 million each, and then they had to send back the money because like they were like, no, that's too much. You passed the cap on it. But no, he was the first president to accept crypto for his what is it again? Oh my, getting so tongue twisted right there. He's the first to accept it for his political campaign. So yeah, but that's what Trump's plan is for the crypto, or if elected. So yeah, so who had it better, RFK Jr., Trump? We all know Harris didn't have anything there. But no, let me know in your comments down below for what you think. And yeah, you don't need to tell me who you're going to vote for. That's your own personal information. That just causes problems out there. So don't throw that in the comments. Just keep that to yourself. But do say who you thought said it better. But yeah, so those were the two big key speakers, RFK Jr. and Trump. So I hope you enjoyed that article. Let's move on to the next one, because the next one involves Senator Loomis and her bill to propose a 5% total purchase of the Bitcoin supply. That's right. That's what she wanted. So this article is coming from Cointelegraph. And Senator Loomis proposes U.S. government purchase of 5% for the total Bitcoin supply. The pro-crypto senator introduced the Bitcoin Reserve Bill while declaring this is the solution. Now, this is also the answer, and this is our Louisiana Purchase moment. Thank you, Bitcoin. And yeah, she did say that on stage. She was the secret speaker. Everyone thought it was going to be Musk showing up there, but it was Loomis. But United States Senator Cynthia Loomis has introduced a bill for a strategic Bitcoin reserve, proposing that the U.S. government buy 5% of the world's Bitcoin supply and hold it for at least 20 years. And that is such a great plan. It can be used for one purpose too, and that is to reduce our debt. Loomis declared during her keynote speech at the Bitcoin 2024 conference on July 27th in Nashville, Tennessee. Loomis explained that if passed, the plan will take place over 5 years with the aim of the U.S. government acquiring 1 million Bitcoin, roughly 5% of the total supply of 21 million Bitcoin. Like, can you imagine that? Like, we're just one country doing that. Imagine when a bunch of other countries started doing it and then Bitcoin's gone. That's when we will see our true God candle out there. No one, like, it's never been there before. We always talk about the God candle. It's never happened because we haven't experienced it yet, but that's only going to happen when the supply is gone. And we are basically seeing that in the moment right now. But with Bitcoin price at $68,105 right now, purchasing 1 million Bitcoin could cost around $68.1 billion, according to CoinMarketCap's data. Now, the Bitcoin reserve that we are going to create will start with the 210,000 Bitcoin that President Trump just mentioned and pull it into a reserve stored in a geographically diverse vault. And that's only the beginning, Loomis stated. We have the money now, but we will no longer be holding it in US dollars and assets that are designed to debase at least 2% per year. We will be holding it in an asset that will grow in value, she added, because everyone's realizing that like Bitcoin has been growing. Like, we were listening to the Bitcoin Ben show this morning. We had a live stream because we were there as well in Nashville on conference. Todd and Janet are telling they're the owner and operators of the crypto club out there. And they were saying like, yeah, when they opened their front doors, Bitcoin was at $27,000. And up until now, that's like a 3x right there. So Bitcoin is an asset that grows. So this is a great plan. Now, Loomis is a popular figure in the crypto industry, and Loomis, who is well regarded in the crypto industry for her pro-crypto stance, received a positive reaction from the Bitcoin 2024 attendees as she yelled, "This is the solution, this is the answer, and this is our Louisiana Purchase moment. Thank you, Bitcoin." And yeah, everyone loved it. Her speech was immediately after the highly anticipated keynote presentation of former U.S. President and current Republican candidate Donald Trump. Trump announced his intent to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world if elected in November, and it comes only days after Loomis released a report arguing against the Biden administration's proposed 30% excise tax on the energy consumed by Bitcoin miners. Now, on July 23rd, Loomis released a report titled Powering Down Progress and Why Bitcoin Mining Tax Hurts America, highlighting the benefits of critical mining infrastructure to the United States and its energy grid out there. So yeah, definitely take a look at that article if you've not seen it. But yeah, that is what Cynthia Loomis said at the conference. So 3 really big like speakers and like who would have thought this was actually happening 4 years ago during the last hype? Well, we were stoked when El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender. It's oh, we've never seen this, because 4 years before that wasn't even a thought. And now we're 8 years later. We have countries that have Bitcoin as legalized tender. We have presidential candidates and nominees for crypto, literally on all three sectors now, but we do know who the true ones are. RFK Jr. is a true one, and so is Trump. They're the other side. They're just trying to just be cautious on that. But I like what Carlos Estrada, or Mr. Vigilante, said on Twitter today. After all this, the federal government will have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. The states will have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Companies will have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Individuals will have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And that is how the Bitcoin standard is, and it is inevitable now. So it is inevitable, guys. Get your Bitcoin now, hold on to it, listen to what these guys say, never sell it, and you will be so set when the time comes. So those are those news articles for you about the politicians talking about cryptocurrencies and their keynotes. Now let's move on to at least two other articles and speakers that were talked about during the event. So this next one comes from Cointelegraph, and Cantor Fitzgerald announces a $2 billion Bitcoin financing business. Howard Lutnick and Cantor Fitzgerald brought a reprieve from the day's politics with a business announcement. So yep, away from the politics from all the politicians speaking about crypto, now we're getting a business side on it. So there was so many speakers there. It wasn't just politicians, and yeah, there's a couple. I can't wait to hear Heidi's and the Nashville teams, a class we have coming up on Tuesday, where they'll be going over just what took place on their experience. And I know they probably met a lot of people and programmers there, so I'm excited to hear what's going on there. But yeah, let's go on with this article. Billionaire Howard Lutnick, the chairman and CEO of financial services from Cantor Fitzgerald, announced the launch of a Bitcoin lending program at Bitcoin 2024 on Saturday, July 27th. Lutnick took the stage to give his full-throttled support for the cryptocurrency community. His fiery speech touched on everything from the death of his brother alongside 658 other Cantors. Now, Fitzgerald's employees at the World Trade Center during the 9/11 terrorist attack, declaring both himself and his company Bitcoin supporters. Now, Bitcoin lending, be careful when it comes to lending. I still don't think we're there yet, but it's still a start. So whenever you hear lending, just be cautious. But the CEO then shifted matters to an announcement today, where he was I have an announcement to make. Cantor Fitzgerald is here to announce that we are launching a Bitcoin financing business where we will offer leverage to those who own Bitcoin. We're going to launch with $2 billion of lending, and that's what he said. Now, while the details of the lending business haven't yet been announced, the fact that Cantor Fitzgerald is ponying up to a $2 billion war chest for the endeavor could serve as a bullish signal for other financial institutions and the market in general. Now, in closing, Lutnick added that the moral of the story is we are going to welcome Bitcoin into the financing family of the global financing market, and Cantor Fitzgerald is going to be your sponsor with it. So yeah, so that's pretty cool that announcement happened there. And that was just a little quick tidbit of one thing that's happening. So yeah, and then what else is going on? I believe we have the University of Wyoming going for a class 2. So let's go over that article. This one is coming from the Bitcoin magazine. And yes, University of Wyoming launches its first Bitcoin research institution. The institute aims to provide academics, journalists, policymakers, and the public with access to high-quality Bitcoin research. Now here's the university in the background, and let's zoom in so we can all, again, read this all together. The University of Wyoming has established the UW Bitcoin Research Institute, marking the first academic institution dedicated to Bitcoin studies. Dr. Bradley Rutler, an associate professor of philosophy and author of Resistance Money, a philosophical case for Bitcoin, has been appointed as the inaugural director. Rutler announced on the Genesis stage at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. The institute aims to elevate the quality and impact of Bitcoin research by creating faculty positions for Bitcoin research, incentivizing and rewarding good academic research on Bitcoin, and encouraging young scholars to pursue Bitcoin research projects, and providing workshops on related papers and books. It would also connect researchers interested in Bitcoin and provide peer-reviewed research for journalists, policymakers, and the public. Now, the current state of the academic Bitcoin research is not of the highest quality, so the Institute aims to address these issues by creating and providing more accurate and rigorous academic studies on Bitcoin. The Institute will work to ensure that high-quality evidence-based research is accessible to all. Now, the University of Wyoming is strategically positioned to lead the initiative due to its interdisciplinary academic collaboration, proximity to renewable energy sources, and supportive legislative and regulatory environments. The Institute will also collaborate with various university units, including the philosophy and economics departments, schools of computing, and Center for Blockchain and Digital Innovation. Now, those interested in supporting this research can donate to the UW Bitcoin Research Institution by just clicking this link, and I will have this link in a separate article as I separate these news for you. Now, donations are tax deductible, and all Bitcoin donated will be held on the official page in States. So they're going to get some more education going out there. But hey, if you can't go to the University of Wyoming, I guarantee we'll probably have a crypto club in your state very soon, and we are here to educate cities, states, companies, businesses, everyone about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and blockchain. So it's cool that they're throwing it in colleges out there, but I think we got a little ahead of the curve with them. So, but yeah, so that's basically everything that was announced at the conference this weekend. And so I hope you enjoyed that. Let's move on to some now. I always like to get to the point where I start covering some like hacks that happen. Like we've seen a lot of hacks actually happen this past week. We had WazerX, DYDX, and then there was probably a couple others out there. And now to add to it is the Casper Network. And that's right. This article is coming from Coinpedia, and Casper Network became victim to a crypto hack. So if you're using that network, be aware, and I hope you're paying attention to this article, because it looks like crypto hackers have become very active this month. We've already seen a few crypto hacks in previous weeks of this money, and another breach in security of crypto projects strikes again. And this happened today. The Casper Network and the new crypto victim. The evening of July 27th sent the crypto community into shockwaves when another crypto hack news came in. Casper Network, from their official Twitter account, informed the community that they have discovered a significant security break on the network. Responding to this breach, Casper immediately took action and halted the network to avoid any further harm. So again, just always remember, guys, if someone can halt the blockchain, it's not a decentralized. So I don't really know the Casper Network. I don't know if they ever claim to be decentralized or not. But if you can stop it, it's not decentralized. Just get it staying out there. But here is that tweet that they posted from it. Dear community, we just discovered a significant security breach on the Casper Network. In order to minimize the effects of the security breach, we have worked with the validators to halt the network until the security breach has been patched, and we'll have further updates as we investigate the situation. So the Casper team, along with Casper Association and Casper Labs, froze the network at block height 3,329,418 with the help of its validators. It has now been down for 13 hours, and the blockchain is still halted, and this disallows any kind of action like transactions, minting, or staking to take place. So yeah, the blockchain is down and you hold this coin, like you are stuck until the blockchain goes back. Like we've seen this happen with Solana back in 2022, I believe that was the year, where they were down 10 times. If you want to make a trade or a move, it wasn't happening. So yeah, when these stuff happens, it's not good. Thank goodness Bitcoin, I think, only been down its percentage of uptime is 99.99999%. So it has not ever really gone down. It's pretty solid. I don't think Litecoin's ever gone down. So there are great projects out there. Just when you add smart contracts, this stuff kind of happens. But the breach details of this. As of now, the team is still analyzing the data to understand the amount of damage that has been done. They have requested the community to have patience till the investigation is complete. Now, once done, a detailed report will be shared publicly and will be available for everyone, along with the Casper GitHub repository code change. Now, here's another tweet from them. Casper Association, Casper Labs, and Validator/community are actively working to resolve this issue, and the network has been halted and the security breaches is contained. The issue has been identified and a solution is being worked on. Further updates will be provided when it happens. So according to the team, only a few major accounts are impacted, and the nature of this attack is still unknown. So this has not affected the trading of their native token CSPR on any of the exchanges out there, but just a tiny little handful. Now, this did cause fear in the crypto community out there, especially for those holding the Casper token. The one after another crypto hacks are spreading fear among crypto communities. Just last week, one of the biggest crypto exchanges of India, WazerX, was hacked, and around 40% of its crypto funds were stolen. Now, they're still working to identify the recovery of lost funds, while the operations on the crypto exchange are halted. And then another hack out there, the lending protocol of the Scroll network. The hackers were able to access around $7.6 million worth of tokens. Now, that's actually an article I did not cover, so I must have missed that one. So yeah, hacks are on the rise, so be very, very careful out there, guys. But how are we going to look ahead of this? These hacks clearly raise major concerns about the safety of investors and funds. How are these hackers able to break into the wallets of the network? Sometimes it's faulty smart contracts, other times it's the phishing applications. No matter what these projects say, one question remains unanswered. Can crypto projects become unhackable like the blockchain? And they can. Again, like I said, just you got to be cautious on which ones you choose. Be sure you do your research. If it's brand new, doesn't have a track record, then just be cautious on that. But there's plenty of things you can do just to take caution when it comes to it. But no, so yeah, that's the Casper network news for you. And yeah, I hope none of you are affected by this, but I'll let you know when the network is back up and running, and that way you can do your trades. Just keep it there if you still want, and you can do you. So that was that news. Let's move on. We got one more article for you, and it is on XRP, and looks like there is some whale alerts going on there. This one's coming from you today, and 45.6 million XRP withdrawals just happened, and it stuns the largest crypto exchange, Binance. So yeah, Binance was shocked when this happened. The crypto community witnessed a massive XRP outflow from Binance within a short period of time. So let's go find this article. Lots of ads on you today. That's why I usually don't like pulling articles from these. But Whale Alert, blockchain sleuth, which monitors large cryptocurrency transactions and shares the details of them on X social media network, has reported 2 massive XRP transfers. Both were roughly $13.5 million in fiat, and both came from Binance, disappearing in the depths of unknown wallets out there. So there's that tweet, that 22.891 million. 22,891,710 XRP was transferred from Binance, and now also almost 50 million XRP disappear from Binance. 2 anonymous whales have withdrawn 22.8 million but they're both 22.8 million respectively of XRP from the world's biggest cryptocurrency trading platforms in terms of daily volume. Binance together, that totals approximate 45.6 million XRP valued at $27.1 million, which is crazy. What's crazy amount? Maybe to some like me and others, but these guys know. That's why you call them a whale. But this could be a sign of crypto whales resuming their XRP buying spree that has somewhat become less active recently. However, additional data shared by XRP Focus to explore BitHump show that both wallets to which the millions of XRP were transferred are related to Binance. Therefore, these staggering XRP moments have proved to fund reshuffling and undertaken by Binance. So yeah, I just wanted to share that news with you, just about we got XRP, and we still get people who come in and just ask so what are your thoughts on XRP? And my honest opinion is get Bitcoin rather. It's a scarce asset, it's decentralized, and you'll probably do better in the long run with that one over XRP. But that's just my opinion on that. Just you do your own research on the tokens you buy and make sure you're making up your own decisions. Don't listen to anybody else tell you what to buy or what to do. Just the smartest and safest way is make up your own mind on it. So yeah, those are all the news articles I got for you. Yeah, the presidential candidates, that was a big one out there. And super excited about Senator Loomis's bill too. If we can hold 5% on the U.S. Treasury, oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. And it's a great start since we already have 210,000 Bitcoin. So let's just keep it going. Now let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index right now and price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's currently at 67,996. We touched 69,000 today, so I feel like we're going to be reaching all-time highs very, very soon. But our Fear and Greed Index is 63 right now. We're in the greed territory, so that's kind of a sign we're getting to the fearful zone, where once it gets to the very high green point, you want to be cautious when it's in the greed territory, because the saying is when we are in the greed territory, that means the market is due for a correction. But if we're ever in the fear side of the chart, that means people are fearful and it's a great time to buy. But that is the news for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a safe and fun Saturday night. Don't go partying too much. Don't get all crazy, cause an accident, then you're forced to sell your Bitcoin for your dumb mistake. So just be safe out there. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. So until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.